Virginie. You're the head of the Consumer Division at CSA Consumer Science and Analytics. We're meeting today to understand how this institute supports the innovative companies in developing their innovations. But first, would you tell us about your background and your position?
Well, I studied marketing and statistics at Dauphine University. I've never left this sector because I spent 14 years in marketing surveys in several institutes like Ipsos, at first and now CSA. Today, I'm the head of the consumer division, so I work on consumption, health, tourism, and leisure, health. Our daily work is to help our clients to get a better perception of the consumer's behavior so we can propose the most relevant products and services given to their needs.
At which step of the innovation process do you intervene?
We work on the whole innovation product cycle, well upstream, even before the concept is written, because we make consumers work on focus groups, aiming at generating ideas, and we can intervene more downstream when the concept is ready to be launched on the market, almost completed, and it's only about a final test to be sure. We're frequently questioned during the intermediary steps because they're facing a lot of questions about the future offer. Are we aiming at the right target? Are we communicating about product properties that will be perceived as benefits by the consumer? And a real question can be the product price, which is a common question in our studies.
How, in particular, do you estimate the perceived value, the value that the consumers assign to an innovation?
Well, there are several methodologies which exist since marketing exists. I'm going to describe three of them, which I consider the main methods, those we use the most. The first methodology is called psychological price, which indeed you're going to present.
We're going to describe it in the details in this MOOC.
The second methodology is about the concept testing, with different prices that are tested. Unlike the first methodology, where we explicitly ask the consumers what they think about the price, do they think it is expensive or not, we're going to present a concept to different people. Let's imagine 3 consumer panels. The first group is going to test the concept at a low price, the second group at a medium price, and the third at a high price. And we're going to ask whether or not they would buy the product rather than their perception of the price. From these results, we make a deduction. We observe the presence or not of an impact due to the price change and their intention to buy. And if we notice a decline in the answers, we know that the price was the key element. So this is the second methodology we use. The third one, which is the most complex to set up, and also most instructive, I'd say, is based on a consumer's choice modeling. We're going to present like we were in a real market situation. Some offers, various prices, various patterns of options, and even with various brands. And we ask them to choose. Thanks to their choice, we'll understand what is important to them. A person can value the brand. They may want a product of that brand. For another person, it's going to be the price. That person may not even take into account the product properties, including the price. But what they want is the cheapest product. So, by observing their choices, we can deduct the impact on the market of launching a low-priced product or a high-priced product.
What would you advise to somebody who would like to estimate the relevant price of his innovation by using the psychological price method?
There are 3 pieces of advice I could give. First, when you use this method, you work with a price scale. It is very simple to apply a market with a well-known range of prices. The consumers have a reference price. They know that a mobile phone subscription is around €29.99, for example. However, when you are in a new market with no competition, no reference for people to rely on, we'll get very diverse answers. Therefore, analyzing these results won't be very relevant. So first...
Okay, so even before asking questions, you must understand the environment you want to break into, and your innovation can be compared to the competition, so you know where to place the consumer in comparison to your product. And all of that well thought out before thinking about the questions, right?
Exactly. This is the first recommendation. Do not try this method on a new market without a reference price. The second recommendation is we use what people tell us, and this is not what they're going to do in real life, for sure. When somebody's saying €20 and is an affordable price for me, it doesn't mean that they're going to buy the product at this price. There's a difference between what we think of a price and what we are willing to do in our intention to buy. So never use the results of psychological price tests to estimate an intention on the real market, like how many people are going to buy my product, or even worse, estimating sales volumes. That would be a mistake. And the last recommendation I would like to give is less demanding. In general, it is very important to test the product before you launch it, not only to estimate the price, but also to be sure about your target, to know how to communicate on your key advantages. Because you can lead, because you can be led by a very strong intuition and yet realize that the consumers are not perceiving things like you. In order to get every opportunity to succeed, driving this test is very important, and to a lesser degree, the psychological price test when it comes to the price.
Thank you very much, Virginie Wong.
Thank you.